Hello and welcome back to HWL Radio Sports. I'm here with the co-host.
Tony Evans from Don't Stop Corporation, guys. It's Monday, March 5th, 2018. Big sports world this weekend. Man, did you watch that fight uh,
Man,
Saturday?
man. I told you, but hey, look, I was wrong. And then I want to clear up something about that dude, Kirk Cousins.
Right,
He
right.
ain't he ain't with the Browns. He ain't with the
Okay,
Browns. But man,
okay.
Deontay Wilder, that motherfucker was the Undertaker in the seventh round. If you know old
but
school wrestling, you know Undertaker take.
but you know what though? It's weird. I want to hear what you got to say about the seventh round. Let me hear what you got to say.
Man, uh, I told the only thing I can say is that he remind me of the Undertaker. I mean, if it was like 15, no, just 10 more seconds, I don't know though, because that motherfucker, hey, he was almost out.
Wilder is something about him, man. That, like you said, he did come through. He came through, but uh, he kept saying after the fight, if anybody heard, he kept saying, "Call me King Kong." He said his name is King Kong. He made everybody make that clear.
Uh,
King Kong. He said King Kong gets his name, and then he after the victory, he said that he did give props to Ortiz though. He did give props to Ortiz.
I know you got to.
He
That
gave
was
he gave him a print.
this was his hardest fight to date. His hardest
But
fight, so,
but the
biggest challenge.
but the reason I said I know what you're talking about, and I was surprised you said that. I was waiting you to say that. They said the tide began to turn dramatically in round seven when Ortiz uh, he landed a straight left in the corner. Then after that, it was a vicious onslaught of punches over the final minute by Wilder in round seven. It changed, man, dramatically.
Hmm.
Um, for statistic wise, people don't know the crowd of 14,069 was the second largest boxing in that arena since its opened in 2012, only behind Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia last March. So that was a
Hmm.
huge crowd. Um, he gave, like I said, he gave him props. He said it was a hell of a fight fought by Ortiz. He said keep your head high. He said the combos that Ortiz threw, he gave him credit for it. He gave him credit,
Man, he
but
had to give him credit because he couldn't do shit for like
yeah, but
10,
but but
8 rounds.
right, but what helped Wilder out, Wilder was able to get his range back, and he fought based on his fundamentals to get him back in the game. Because after that, he was through. But he knew how if he get his fundamentals back and get his range back, he knew he'll come back in the fight, and that's what he did.
Yeah, but we gotta call a spade, and basically Ortiz was dominating that fight with skills until Deontay Wilder knocked him out. He was like at least 1 point ahead because of the knockdown. But when he
I,
got him all the way out, it was just there's no argument, there's no discussion. We know who the
no,
winner is now.
you know the word. And that's like you said, you got to call it ace a spade a spade. But after the fight, Wilder continued his push for a super fight with the unified champion Anthony Joshua, who faces the WBO title holder Joseph Parker on March 31st.
Hmm.
And they're going to fight in Wales. And that's going to be live on Showtime, too, on
And
March 31st. So,
that's gonna be a real good fight there too.
yeah, he fought it. So he pushed for that. So we're going to remain to be seen. It was great. A lot of people thought Wilder knock him out uh, round three, round five. But, it took him 10, but still, he got him. He got him. It took him 10 rounds, but
Yeah,
he got him.
but my bad for disrespecting him like that. Because if you remember, I said because he's a crafty fighter, I give him about the third. I remember I was like,
Yeah,
I
you
give him
said
the
third.
first round. I said the
Yeah,
second or third because he's a crafty fighter. Man, a lot of people talking about age. I ain't see shit to do with age in that fight because he was ahead at least 1 point before
right.
he got knocked out. So
And
what
that's
the
his
hell
first.
does age have to do with you being 1 point ahead and getting your ass knocked out?
Right. And that's his first defeat, too. So, like you said, you got to give him credit. 'Cause most people I talk to, they said round three, round five. So for him to go 10, you got to give him credit. So we're going to see can Wilder pull that fight off with Anthony Joshua. Because Joshua's tough. I've been hearing a lot about this Joshua guy. So that's what remains to be seen, too.
Hmm.
Um, some breaking news in NFL. Here about the Indianapolis Colts. They
Uh-uh.
said they want Bradley Chubbs. He is from North Carolina State, relentless pass rusher. They haven't seen a pass rusher and a guy in the like since Freeney and Matthias, Robert Mathis and Matheny. They haven't seen a pass rusher since this guy. His name is Bradley Chubbs out of North Carolina State. They say a true beast. The coach want him, the third pick. They figure they get the defense up, and then they can always work on a good running back with some trades. So that's what some breaking news. I was kind of surprised. I thought they'd go for a running back in Saquon Barkley, but they said they want Stubbs. So they switched the whole ball game on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I got some news for the NCAA basketball. First in women's 4 teams. Louisville defeated Notre Dame for the championship. They in. Ohio State in the Big Ten championship defeated Maryland 79-69. They're in. And your South Carolina defeated Mississippi State yesterday for the SEC championship. But with the win, they still said Mississippi State would be a number 1 seed. So Mississippi lost. They lost yesterday, but they still gonna be a number 1 seed. They 32-1.
So this ain't the brackets.
No, this is just who's in the tournament already. They got the, now with the tournament. I told you the tournament championship, so they start putting these people are guaranteed positions in the NCAA tournament. This ain't the brackets yet, but they got the in. Yesterday in the men's bracket, who's made it yesterday first in the tournament, Loyola University. They're in.
Hold on, though. But we was talking about Mississippi. Somebody said there's another female undefeated team in the
UConn.
Yeah, UConn.
Yeah, UConn they always been number 1. But I was kind of surprised Mississippi State lost, and they still gave them number 1 seed. But the reason they gave them number 1 seed because South Carolina, they lost 7 and 6 games this year, and it's only the first loss to Mississippi State, so they still get the upper nine as far as the seeding.
So
even though they lost.
So how ain't UConn number 1?
UConn number 1. They're number 1 seed. They're number 1 seed.
Oh, they different divisions.
Different divisions. They got 4. They have 4 divisions. They have the 4 divisions in each of the men and the women, and UConn in their bracket, they'll be number 1. They haven't said which one.
So do they have a overall out of the whole?
No, projected to win based on record, and that's always the number 1 team in the country, which is UConn right now. They'll be of course favored because they're number 1. That's always the favorite, but it's really just 4 seeds.
So who you think will win between UConn and Mississippi?
Right now, I got to give the odds to UConn based on experience. They just always win it every year. They didn't win it last year, but they win it every year. So based on experience and
college,
coach,
though?
It's college. I got to give the upper seed.
Well,
upper
ain't people graduating and getting the hell out of college?
Well, no. They graduate, but his recruiting is just relentless, man. All the girls, all the best players in college every year go to UConn from coming out of high school. He got a pipe filter out there. They just go in. As soon as they get them out, they bring them back in every year, man. They got this one girl out of Canada from UConn. Her name is Fargus. She's a top player. She's they recruited her out of Canada. I mean, one of the best players in college basketball. He know how to get the players. He's been doing it for the last 12 years. Coach Gino. So. I mean, you can't stop that. I don't care how you look at it. Once you're recruiting and you got a top class year in and year out, it's hard to beat you. It's hard to beat you.
They got that Patriots recruiting.
They got that. That's what they got. I mean, seriously. I mean, and it's weird you said it too, because it's the same area up there about the northeastern part of the United States, Connecticut, Boston area. That's what they got. Yep, UConn. So birds of the feather flock together.
Mm-hmm.
Major League Baseball last night. We had some good things happen. Baltimore defeated Boston 10-8. Washington defeated Detroit 6-2. Houston defeated St. Louis 4-1. Atlanta defeated Miami 5-2. Pittsburgh defeated Minnesota 9-3. And Tampa Bay defeated the Yankees 9-1. The best records right now in spring training American League goes to New York Yankees 8-2. And second place Kansas City 6-2. The National League record, best record, Chicago Cubs 6-2, surprisingly, and Milwaukee 7-3, and Miami in third at 6-3. Those are top 3 teams in Major League Baseball.
So who's to look out for in Major League Baseball?
The top 2 right now, New York and Chicago Cubs. New York for the American League and the National League, Chicago Cubs, and you can't count out the Milwaukee Brewers. They tough, real tough this year. So them the teams keep an eye on, guys. This week the Big East tournament start Wednesday in Madison Square Garden again, and then you got your that's going to be big too. The Big East tournament in Madison Square Garden, New York. They start, and then the ACC starts this week too. So those are the last two conference to wrap it up. And your NBA basketball last night. Atlanta Hawks defeated the Suns 113 to 112. Devin Booker, 15-footer. Didn't try to hit it, but he missed off the baseline, lost the game. The Raptors defeated the Hornets 103 to 98. DeMar DeRozan led with 19 points. Kyle Lowry 14. The Pacers came back and defeated the Wizards 98 to 95. Victor Oladipo.
That's some low high points for a win.
Yeah. Victor Oladipo, 33 points.
Oh yeah, now that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. He got that. He's from the DC area, so he was back in his home area. He was showing out in front of his crowd, 33. The Pelicans, 126. The Mavericks, 109. Led by Anthony Davis, 23 points and 13 rebounds. And by the way, you were right. I'm going to give you credit when credit's due. I always try to tell people, always in life, people, give credit when credit is due. They say Anthony Davis is between Anthony Davis and James Harden for the MVP right now. And LeBron James a close third. So right now the race between two people, Anthony Davis and James Harden. So you was right about that, Anthony Davis MVP. Yeah, they said it. I heard the other day. They said it made it clear.
Look, I'm waiting on Cousins to join the Browns so I could be a psychic. We can do some psychic readings and shit.
The Bucks came back from behind. After behind, they was about down by 22 points. They defeated the 76ers 118 to 110. Giannis 34 points. Man, 34 points that boy pumped in. And Eric Bledsoe added 22. And Jabari Parker pumped in 13. So for the 7th place Milwaukee Bucks, they coming up strong. I can't believe they came back and beat them because Sixers was wearing them out. Yeah. So I said a lot about Giannis, 34 points.
But did you see that game with Boston and the Rockets?
Ooh, that was a good one. I seen that Saturday night. That was a good game. But you know what? Boston got out coached though. They got out coached. Boston had that game. Boston had that game sealed.
They had Kyrie a little shook up. Them was some low numbers for Kyrie.
They sure did. But they just couldn't. They couldn't stop their threes toward the end. The Rockets hit them. They was killing them. They had them. They let the game off the hook. They let it off the hook. Tonight's NBA games: Detroit at Cleveland, Milwaukee at Indiana, Phoenix at Miami, Boston at Chicago, Memphis at San Antonio, and Orlando at Utah. In a late game at 10:30, you got Portland at LA Lakers. And I want to give a recap quick on the top two teams in each division for the NBA. In the Atlantic Division, Toronto's number 1, Boston number 2. The Southeast Division, Washington Wizards number 1, Miami number 2. In the Central Division, Cleveland Cavaliers number 1, Indiana Pacers number 2, down by half a game from Cleveland. In the Western Conference, Southwest Division, Houston's number 1, New Orleans number 2. Northwest Division, Portland Trailblazers number 1, Minnesota Timberwolves number 2. In the Pacific, Golden State number 1, and LA Clippers are second, down behind 15 games from Golden State. They're number 2.
All right. So with all that you just said, if the playoffs was today, who would Cleveland be facing, and who would Golden State be facing for the first game?
Golden State will face OKC for the first game, and Cleveland will be facing Miami for the first game if the playoff was today. Yeah. So that's based on record, but thing changes every day with wins and losses.
No. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure. I'm trying to figure out what seed play with seed.
Yeah, they got 8 teams, so they got the top. Normally, the top team in the conference plays the worst team, and then it's vice versa. You know, in the Western Conference, the number 1 seed plays the number 8 seed out of 18. That's how you know.
It'll never be Houston and Golden State the first round.
No. The 2 will play against 7. Then 3 will play against 6, and then 4 will play against 5. No, it'll never be because they got 1, 2. They'll try to. The goal is to get them to play in the East and the Western Conference Finals, the top 2 teams. So that's how you have it.
Okay.
Yeah. And spotted some golf. Tiger Woods is playing better.
Hold on. We forgot about. You said Tiger Woods did what?
He's playing better. He's coming along, man. I know you said he hasn't won a championship yet. But I want to throw it out there. They did say he's playing better.
Did
I
he
tried to get Tiger.
did he win?
He didn't win. He didn't win. He did not win,
Did he
guys.
get
But
first or through third?
no, he didn't. He
All right,
didn't.
just let it go. All right, but let me tell you about somebody that was showing up and showing out. Sergey Kovalev, the man that well, I tell you one thing, I did notice all the crowd was at Deontay Wilder and Ortiz because that fight it sounded so damn dead. But Kovalev, you gotta give him his props because he stopped him. He stopped the man. You know, Andre Ward seems like he put a damper on his career because he was the big bad wolf after Andre Ward beat him 2 times. It's like, man, don't nobody know him no more. Don't nobody come to his shows. Don't nobody come to his fights or nothing. But
Just change the game, huh?
and then we also got to give props to the guy to fight before Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
To knock dude out. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a problem for somebody.
Well, I tell you what though, man. If this, I'm gonna tell you something. I got a phone call late last night, and I didn't, like I said, I don't know about this Joshua guy. I have to do some research on him. And Wilder and Joshua fight.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know. I'm gonna look him up, Joshua. They say he's tough. So if Wilder can fight him,
Yeah, but Layla Ali, I still won't see that Layla Ali.
I don't think she's coming out.
You don't think she's coming out?
Nah, she's down. I mean, she's enjoying herself now. You know, with the passing of Muhammad Ali last year, you know, she on something else. You know, it's nice if she'll come out to get the crowd going again, but you know, it'd be nice for the money thing and get everybody into it because I think a lot of people would be into it to see her come out of retirement and a fight.
That would be a major fight. That'd be a real big fight.
Yeah, but only she'll come out. But I think she's happy where she at right now. You know, once the person retires, it's tough to get them to come out. You know, some people do, but a lot of them just, these days,
but that's a ladies' fight that all guys could be on the undercard and the women be the main event, and it'll still sell out.
It's gonna drop because they want to see, number one, they want to see what she's gonna do after retirement. And people like Michael Jordan came out of retirement. Everybody want to see, can he still play? Can he still jump? Can he still shoot? People want to see what he gonna do.
Ali and Shields. Yeah. Everybody vote Ali and Shields. Everybody
well,
share this shit.
Right. Let's root for who might be lucky and get this thing. You never know. So
and remember who called and remember who made this happen because ESPN and all them motherfuckers show ain't pushing for it, and that's a major fight for the women.
Yeah, they ain't pushing for it at all. But we're gonna see. The draft combine is over, and it was over yesterday. So now people got their mind and pick, who they want after this weekend, after last weekend in Indianapolis. So we're gonna see. So we're gonna start filling the board up. A mock draft should be coming out in the next week or so. After the combine, they always do a mock draft, so it should be coming out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And the mock draft is almost about 85-90% right of what they say. So that's gonna be interesting to see in the next week or so.
Oh, so the mock draft kind of like us, huh?
Yeah, the mock draft like us. but we hit home more than the mock draft. If you look at our past shows, some things we said, we nailed it right at home. And that's what makes our show interesting. I try to tell people, tune in for more, and you'll get more true facts from our show. So, that's it.
And then I wanted to let everybody know the reason why we swayed away from doing the politics is because I called up some of my people and had them look at the show, and the views wasn't coming up because we were supporting Donald Trump. So that's the reason. Yeah, that's the reason. That's why I said, 'cause, I mean, we ain't even big enough to sabotage ourselves already. I'm like, we don't need no extra help.
No, that's true. I'm with you.
So that's why I was like, yeah, we gonna lay off politics for a minute, man. And just
I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right, though.
Yeah, but that's gonna be the show for today. So go ahead and shoot your shot.
Thanks, guys, on this Monday morning. Have a great day. Be good to yourself as well as to others, and thank you.
All right, and there you have it, another good show, HWL Radio Sports. Go over to HWLRADIO.com, download the music app, new music every day. Also, go check out the sponsors page, 75% off on clothes. And also, I got Greater Northern is one of my sponsors. You know the summertime's coming up, and they got fixed billing for your gas for the winter, fixed billing for your air in the summer. So you want to go over to them if you're in their area. They've been expanding, so hopefully that you're in their area now, and you can go on over there and sign up, and bam, you know exactly what your bill gonna be every month. So now you can budget even better. And like I always say, hit my motherfucking music, and I'm out. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, especially after I done hooked you up on that month-to-month save. Because everybody know they could use that on their budget. Because them gas and them electric bills are trying to get out of hand. So Northern America is your hookup. And HWL Radio Sports done hook you up with it. So go over there and check them out. And I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.